Hello, I'm Ethereum and today I'm going to show you how you can solo static dungeons. But first, two things I want to mention is that I'm not a native English speaker. As you can hear, it's kind of bad, but I will get to the point. The second is that there is no script, so it's free speech. So sometimes I will need a bit of time for thinking like how to make a proper sentence. So yeah, that's it. Let's start. Let's start to look at the gear. You can see this is the live server because this is the help chat. So this is not on the public beta. Okay, let's start looking at the gear. So when I like the title of the video is going to be how I clear static dungeons. It's not how to, because there could be better ways. Like if you are full 8.3, like you can see I'm not using full 8.3, but if you are like, there could be better ways to clear these dungeons, right? That's why the title of the video is how I do. For me it works. So the battle axe, like you might know that it got a rework, I don't know, maybe 5 months ago or something like that. So it's not anymore a single target ability, instead it's an AoE. And the more bleed charge the enemies have, the more you are going to heal. But it's an AoE attack, so if there are 3 charges, like 3 bleed charges on 3 mobs, and you hit all of them, you are going to get healed for all the 3 mobs. So it's actually the best PvE solo group weapon. Like, I mean, so this is the best weapon you can solo group content. Before, like 1 year ago, one-handed dagger was the best, but the healing got nerfed a lot. So the Scholar Carve is self-explanatory. It gives you a lot of armor and mana regen, I mean energy regeneration. The Merce Jacket, when you need some extra healing and you cannot keep your bleed stacks. Also, it's kinda tanky for a leather armor. I'm using an assassin shoes. You can use the dodge roll or the assassin sprint, a refreshing sprint. The dodge roll, you can basically you become immune to damage, so you can dodge really hard hitting abilities. I'm using a mist color. 5.3 is enough. 6.3 will be way too expensive, and I think only gives me 1% more. I'm using a Carlion Cape. I'm not using a Thetford Cape, because the Thetford Cape would aggro way too much mobs. And as you can see, I have resistance potions for traveling only. I have the high hit point regeneration fish. I have some roast pork. If I want to solo bosses, I will need to swap for roast porks. I mean, I used it in plural, sorry. And I have poisons too, to make the clear a lot faster. And you can see 4 items in my inventory. This is basically it's kind of like a skip set, not like in hardcore expeditions, but it works solo. The blood leather with 2 dashes, 3 dashes actually. The Hellion hood, you have the smoke bomb, assassin jacket, you can go invisible, and the shoes of tenacity with a low cooldown of 10 seconds. It's actually really good. And I'm using a cooldown reduction of all of the armors. And only a 6.2 bag you really don't need anymore. Okay, so I was hiding actually in a solo dungeon. Let's A out, let's get to the static dungeon. And I have overcharge in case I get a fight, to have slightly better chances, you know. So let's mount up. You can see I'm actually close to the static dungeon in Highstone mode. If you're seeing this video, the chances are that I did not die. Really high. If you If you're not watching this video, I'm actually talking to myself. Right? It makes sense, right? Alright. So when we get to the static dungeon, I will swap to my skipping gear, and we will get to the second floor of the static dungeon, because you usually don't want to clear the first floor, as it might be contested. You might see another group, a fame farming group, and you really don't want to fight them. You can only escape. You have no chance. It's a pure PvE build. That mob just got banked. Okay. And dismounted. I will quickly swap to my skipping set, and it's really important that you eat your food before you start moving. So usually people go to northwest when they enter. I mean, groups go to northwest. Like in my 2.5 year playtime, every time we did the static, we went to northwest. That's why we are going southeast. It's actually really simple. You just use your dodges, boom, and if you go invisible, you will just simply reset all of the aggro, all of the mob aggro on you. I use the smoke bomb. I wait a bit for my shoes and dash to come back. Okay, I have my dash, shoes again, jump. I'm actually close. And second floor. So on the second floor, you can go to two directions. You can tourist to the northeast and southwest. In the northeast, you will encounter a shit ton of ghosts like specters. They drain your mana, they deal insane damage, so you really don't want to mess with them. That's why we go southwest side. There you will only find skeleton knights, archers, and so we could actually solo this chest here, but it's 1444 UTC and it's usually pretty contested around this time. I don't want to be spot, but you can definitely clear this chest. They give over 50k silver each. Okay, let's get to the second floor. I mean, this is the first floor. Yeah, this is the first floor. Okay, never mind. Swag back, equip the poisons. You can copy Pasterino my build. I will go with the dodge roll. And then I don't think if you kill the big mobs, like the archer, the skeleton doesn't count. If you kill the big mob, like this archer here, you are actually going to get a static fame buff, and the static fame buff gives you 1% extra fame gain, and it can go all the way to 50. Okay, let's start it. It's really simple. I just want to keep on Blitzax and then use my E. Boom. Instantly my hit points go back. When my E is off cooldown, I can use simply my jacket. You can see you have infinite sustain. These mobs don't deal too much damage. And you will see the static fame buff under my name. Yeah, that's it. 1% more, and it goes all the way to 50. You can see the silver drops are kinda decent. First we are going for a chest that's nearby. Let me see if I can actually clear this wall pack. Nah, I will just go slowly. But I will lure this knight from here. I use my jackets. Okay, they have both 3 stacks. Dodge roll some of the damage. And sorry for the clicking sounds, but I really don't have a good mic. And if you have any questions, just ask me. I won't bite you. The other thing, when you get to 50, like the static fame bonus, I mean, you will get around 9k fame each mob. And the loot is also going to be plenty. Okay, there's one other thing to mention, it's really important, I forgot completely. I will press B and I will show you my specs. So you can see, this is not something for a new players. All of my leather jackets at 100, so I'm completely maxed on this. Obviously the offhand are really easy to max out with credits. I have decent specs in the cloth cows. Yeah, and the leather shoes are also really high, and I'm almost completely maxed in access. So if you don't have the specs I do, you will need something like an 8.2 equivalent. Sadly, but let's not rush it. This is just for fun. Actually, there are actually better ways to gain fame or silver. Actually, I don't want to kill this solo. Never mind. Okay, there's a chest here. At first, I'm going to clear some of the mobs here. No, just go away, knight. Just go away. As you can see, it's really, really easy. Come here, come here. I will kill you too. This is kind of tricky one. You can see the undead scorpion there. Yeah, it's really important not to miss your E, because you will get down, and if you get down, you are going to pay a shit. I mean, a lot. Let's not talk dirty. A lot of repair cost. So it's a tricky one, because you really don't want to get chained, I mean hooked, as you will stand in place for a really long time, and if you stand in place for a really long time, it's really bad because the knight can kill you. So what we are trying to do, let's kill this tree here. I will have my cape soon. Now I will use my E, dodge. I use instantly my jacket. I use a poison. It's not so hard. I wait a bit. Yeah. You really want to dodge the AoEs, otherwise you can die really quickly. These mobs are meant for group players, not solo. Even with high specs and high gear, they hit hard. Okay, I will just clear the chest, and I think that's the video for today. I think I can lure some of. Oh, okay. Ay. Ooh, there's a roaming knight. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, I might fucked up. No. No, I think I will be fine. That's why you use a mist color. You want your abilities to be up as soon as possible. If they're lined up perfectly, it's so easy to hit your E. Okay, I will just wait a bit to regenerate. I have auto respec on. If you do it without it's turned off, you can make decent money too. It is not the best, but it's really good. Okay, so let's go for the chest. And this scorpion works differently as the solo dungeon one for instance, as its chain ability is not targeted, instead it's a straight line. At least it seems to be. Seems to be. If I'm wrong, just correct me. And it's going to be easy peasy. Oh, the most important part is that you can actually solo the bosses, like every boss in the Undead Dungeon. Not in the Morgana one, in the tier 6 and tier 8, but in the tier 7 and I think tier 5, but tier 5 is the keeper one. The keeper static is also really strong. I would say that this is the easiest one, even though it's tier 7. Okay, I will pick up the little silver, then I will pick up the big one. So this is the chest, and 70,000 even with the taxes. Not bad. And trash loot. Yeah, don't expect anything. Okay, I will equip my skipping gear. I will get to the boss. There is a boss here, right here, and other boss here in the ghost area. You should avoid this, like at all costs. You can try, but you should avoid. And there is a third boss in the middle of the second floor. So this you go, like we went this way to the second floor, right? But right in the middle. Okay, let's get to the boss. And when I'm going to use my jacket, I'm going to wait all the duration. Yeah, it's not okay. So there are 3 different bosses in this static. The knight, the archer, and the mage. The knight and archer are like the basic bosses. They have less loot, less fame, less silver. And there are the mage. The mage, the mage is a relic boss, and the relic boss gives more loot and fame, more silver, and also gives season point for your guild. So you can solo farm season points for your guild, which is kind of crazy, right? And be really careful not to pull too many mobs at once. Like, really. Only if you're confident enough or you have the money and the specs and the money to get an 8.3 set, yeah, then you can like easily pull all of the room. And you need the food, like I'm using the hit point regeneration food. It's going to good, it's going to good. Okay, I will clear this 2-1 here. They are in a straight line, which is nice for us. And I will swap for the life stealing food for the boss, I think. I just don't like that they changed the WV, the Raging Blades. It should at least deal some damage in the inner ring. I don't know if I can actually kill the boss without luring too much. Okay, I will just do a quick test. Because the last time I did this boss, I cleared the whole room, but I don't want to waste any more time, guys, really. I don't want to edit the videos, I'm so bad. I'm so bad at it. Just check my previous videos, I'm really bad. Okay, let's see if I can, yeah, it seems like I can, okay. Let's just reset. Let's just reset. Equip this one. I will go with the adrenaline boost. It's really good now for this purpose. And life leech, I don't know, it's deep cuts is better. Eat the food, don't forget to use the poisons. Yeah, and this is really good. If there is a chest behind the boss, you can actually life leech out of the chest, which is kind of strange, but this is what it is. This is easy peasy. So I won't have the bleed stack on the... yeah, never mind. You really don't need to pay attention. And when the relic boss spawns, it's the same as in the solo or group dungeons or the roaming boss. It's the one that spawns the minions, which is really good for you because you can EOE queue and heal a lot out of them. I have seen some people using the Guardian boots with the build, but you really want either dodge roll, which can soak up a shit ton of damage, or like you can use the refreshing sprint too. The main problem with the Gigantified boots is that your healing also gets reduced by 50% because your max hit points is doubled. Boom, boom. Only 53k, not so much, but I only have 17 stacks. If it was a relic boss, it would be close to 100. I think maybe a bit over 100. Okay, let's see. Decent money, bad loot, and again bad loot. And that was it. I will log out in a better position here. And if you can clear this as fast as I can do, and you're completely maxed, like all of your items are 100, you can make around, obviously with 50 fame bonus, the 50%, you can make around 3 million credits an hour and only lose a little bit of silver because the silver drops are kind of nice, but you need to know where the chests are. I, you can find infos on the internet where the chests are. They will cover your respec cost. And I think that was it. If you have questions, just ask. Sorry for my really bad English. Hello, hello.